If you honestly do not see that person in your future when you are talking to them,
what are you doing?
Oh, this is getting stiff. Where are the holy ones at? What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Kayla back on Vibinwidkay. Bro.
OMG, y'all.
I was talking to a camera the whole time and it wasn't recording. Great. Just great.
Hey, Kayla, what are you be doing? You're so weird.
And in today's video, I'm going to give to you guys a deep condition in chat. If you're new to my channel, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below to be a part of the VK gang. Because if you're not with the gang, I don't mean to point at you, but use lame, period. Get with the crew, get with the gang, because we lit over here. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 different topics. It's gonna get juicy. If you haven't watched any of my deep condition and chats, make sure to click the link down below. I will have a playlist, or I'll put it inside the iCards to see. This is my 3rd episode for this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you guys would like to be featured in my next deep conditioning chat, all you have to do is just follow my Instagram at Vibinwidkay. I will ask for topics and you guys will provide. If you guys are interested in any of these products that I'm using in this video, all of the links will be down below. I do make a
smidget of a commission off of that
if you buy a product. So the first topic we're going to talk about is the struggles of being a Christian. For this whole video, these are my opinions. I'm sorry if you feel offended. If you do, just click out the video. This is my video. You clicked on it. All right, the first point. Everyone thinks you're perfect. This is what they think. Christian equals perfection.
No.
You know, I still make mistakes. I still, you know what, have trouble listening to secular music. You know, I still make the same mistakes. The only thing is I am living my life for Christ. In this world, like, people just automatically think that we're perfect or like we're so pure because we're Christian. But no, like, half of the things you're going through, hey, a Christian can go through, you know. For the deep condition today, I'm actually going to be using Indian healing clay mask. This mask, this mask is really good if you're trying to revive your curls. I mixed it up with water, but you can also add apple cider vinegar because that's what people do, and it's gonna get real messy. It's hard living in a sinful world where we are surrounded by trying to fight sin at the same time. There was one sin that I was really struggling with that was really hard to get over because it's so normalized. That's one thing, like, living in a sinful world, it's hard to overcome your sins because it's always around you, you know. It's like a battle you're constantly fighting. Thinking about what you're constantly feeding yourself to, yeah, what you're idolizing, what are you always on? Like, for example, for me, I was always on social media, Twitter and stuff. I would see some stuff that I shouldn't be seeing. It led to a sin. Let's just say that, okay? Being a Christian creative / influencer, it can be hard because I could get hate. I have actually gotten hate for being Christian, and I have gotten told some things that shouldn't have to be told to me, but hey, that's the cons that it comes with, you know, being a creative and Christian on social media. Those are the cons. I feel like it's really hard to be a Christian influencer because I do want to spread the like the word and the gospel, but it's just kind of hard. I don't see many others doing it. Like, a lot of influencers don't really come out about it, like, and I can say that I was one of them at one point. Who do I kind of look up to for like video ideas, you know? Like, I can look at booty workouts nowadays, but I can't find a Christian content creator on YouTube.
Like, I literally have to dig for it.
Also, even for couple channels, like, yeah, you see like the regular couple channels, which are really good, but it's just like,
where are my Christian ones at, you know?
Where are the holy ones at, you know?
Oh, this is getting stiff. Real stiff.
Finding a Christian community. When I first started coming out about my faith and stuff, it was really hard to find like a Christian community or someone that I can actually go to. Yes, I can go to my parents and stuff, but it's cool to actually have some friends that are Christian that you can talk to because they can relate to you on a different level because they are like around your age. But you also have to be careful because I encountered another Christian that didn't have the same beliefs as me. Dang, my hair's kind of getting long. Okay. My next topic for this video is, how do you stay focused with being an influencer in school and even making time for God?
Whew. We're gonna have to break this one down.
It's like 3 questions in one right here. The first part, how do I stay focused being an influencer? I do plan out a lot of my content. I also think it's really good to just like pick up the camera sometimes and not plan everything, which I do. Like, I don't plan all of my content, but like for this deep condition and chat, I have to plan it because if I don't plan it, I'm just gonna be talking nonsense. For deep conditions and chats, it's like you really want to get that good information out to somebody because you do not know what they're going through, and whatever I'm saying could literally affect somebody's decisions. Taking social media to the next point, especially if you are a content creator, taking social media to the next point is just planning it because you have to think that you do not know who is watching you, okay? Plan a day or a month ahead. It just depends. Next point to stay focused for an influencer is to make to-do lists. Also has to do with school as well. Making to-do lists helps me a lot because it lets me know like, okay, today I need to make the thumbnail for my video, but I also need to do this piece of homework. My next point of being focused for an influencer is talking to content creators helps a creative workflow. What helps me a lot is just talking to other content creators, asking them, oh, how have you been like with your content? Like, what are you planning to do?
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go steal your whole video idea. No,
It's just like, oh, wow, that's a good idea. And I just feel like when somebody tells you something, it's just like you having a conversation and you start thinking of something else like, oh, shoot, that's a good idea. Like, you know, how do you stay focused being an influencer? Now, let's add this part with school. Being an influencer, hey, it's always going to be there. I mean, the followers can lose itself, okay? Yeah, but social media is going to be here, you know? School comes first, baby. You just got to know your priorities, and school is one of my priorities. It's at the top of my list, just like God is at the top of my list. My grades are a part of my future, and social media can wait. Child, you can go out there and have a party with your friends.
social media can wait.
You can go spend time with your family.
Social media can wait.
Another point that I want to add, since I am a senior, is these grades stay on your transcripts, y'all. Like, I don't know what y'all be realizing. That 5 hours on TikTok, you could have been doing 5 hours of them zeros you got. Just saying, just saying. Last point for this one question, making time for God. Despite the schoolwork I have in content creating, business emails, collabs, editing, and the list goes on, I make time for what I want. Let's just say that everybody makes time for what they want. If you really put your mind to something, you are gonna make time for it. Whatever you are prioritizing is basically telling you that's what you're idolizing, that's what you're spending half of your time on right now. So think about that. What are you spending your time on? Okay, and let me know down in the comments because I want to know. If I want to talk to you, I'm gonna make the time. Like, you know, if you want to talk to that cute boy over there, you're gonna call him, you're gonna text him. Basically, you're gonna make time for what you value. Back to what I make time. When I first wake up, I pray and I ask God for guidance and, you know, just productivity and all of that stuff. This is part of how I make time for God. First thing that I do in the morning, I say this a lot because this is genuinely like my routine that I've created for myself. Just doing Bible plans. Right now I'm doing like 5 Bible plans. I know that it's like exaggerating. It's really important to feed your mind with positive thoughts, God's word, and just remind yourself of the good things God has done for you. If you're honestly having those negative and bad thoughts, it is pushing you away from what God has designed for you. With Bible plans, I watch the Bible story, God for guidance, and I pray in the morning. Later on in the day, I do a quiet time routine. If you guys are interested in what I just said, click down below. I do have my quiet time routine set. I'm about to pin this up. Whew, this one I gotta tie my hair up because y'all crazy with this topic. Okay, there we go. I got my little butterfly clip. Yeah. Alright, so I'm back. I'm gonna put this bonnet on. The last topic somebody recommended was how to leave a relationship that you don't see in your future that's toxic. I am going to be very sensitive with this topic. I've never been in a toxic relationship, but I know how it feels to leave somebody or just stuff like that in general relationships once it's over. Like, I know that feeling, and I'm going to be careful with what I say. These are my opinions, and I don't mean to judge you in any way, and I don't mean to like be too harsh on you, okay? What I said here, I wrote it down. And I said, cut it off.
Cut it off.
The reason why I said cut it off is because the person that sent me this said they don't see this person in the future. I was reading a book, and I'm honestly getting into reading, which is really good because it's just giving me knowledge and stuff. And it said, ooh, I need that book. I need to get it. My first point that I actually didn't write down for this video, but I just feel like I need to tell it. God is telling me that I cannot let you hang. I can't, okay? So I did say cut it off. It's easier said than done. A lot of people get into recreational dating. Basically, it's like dating, like I'll date him, then I'll date him, then I'll date him. Or like, you know, you're basically just jumping into relationships that you don't need to be in. It's like a one-night stand, basically, you know? It's focused pretty much all on the present with little thought about the future. And I feel like nowadays, it's just like, everybody's like, just focus on the present. I'm just dating to see how things go right now. Like, no. Before you even get into that relationship, you need to know, like, where is this going? What are your intentions? What are your morals, your goals, and stuff like that? You need to know that before you even get into the relationship. It's very important because half of the things that people go through in relationships is something that they could have been known in the beginning, okay? And I'm one of them. I'm learning a lot from just reading. And this is the book that I'm you know, giving advice from. If you honestly do not see that person in your future when you are talking to them,
what are you doing?
Are you like wasting their time? What, you still think they cute? I know a boy can be fine or a girl can be fine, but tell me, where is that person gonna get you? It's very easy nowadays to get casual and physical. Recreational dating, you know, hopping into stuff, doing things you're not supposed to, not dating with a purpose. And basically doing that, you are opening your heart out to somebody for them to crush your dream. If you do not see them in your future and they're not like pushing you towards your purpose, they're basically gonna be crushing your dream. Right here, right here, right here. Oh, it's like right here. God put too much purpose in you for you to be wasting your relational life with no aim, okay? Think carefully about what is right. Is the person you dating right for you? If you are feeling overwhelmed, then maybe you guys need to take a break, or maybe you need to get to know yourself more, you know? Yeah, she said that she doesn't see herself in a toxic, in that relationship anymore. And this is another advice that I want to give to you is, when you date too long, you're putting yourself in a position to sit down in a place that was supposed to be transportation. You can basically be in this relationship for so long when God has many blessings for you. If you are sitting in the train, what are you doing? You're not going anywhere. You're just traveling around the road. That's what you're doing, okay? You're staying in that toxic relationship. Things are just gonna keep going in circles, okay? It's gonna keep happening. Baby, get off the train. Take your bags, take your phone, take your social media, take the passwords too, okay? Next question to you is that person toxic, or you know what I'm gonna say? Are you toxic? Sometimes we put the fault on a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, he is just toxic, da da da. But sis, what are your toxic traits? What are you doing wrong, you know? Don't always put the blame on somebody else. How can you fix and improve yourself? Do not always put something on somebody else. And I had to learn that the hard way, because that's what I did. I was like, oh no, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that. It's like really hard when somebody is doing that to you, saying, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You know? So think about what are your toxic traits, and not all about what their toxic traits are. How can you improve yourself? Yeah, we're so quick to call somebody toxic when we could be toxic as well. For me, I do have some toxic traits, and I'll name some for you, just so you guys can get a little comfortable, okay? One of my toxic traits is not listening carefully. I could be talking to somebody that I'm really into, and I can be on my phone at the same time. I've been working on that, but yeah, I will literally shut out somebody sometimes when I'm like talking, or I get mad, or like say if we are in an argument and I'm just like, I don't want to hear anymore. earphones in, or like I'm on my phone and I'm so glued to it, like I'm reading something and I cannot understand what they're saying to me. And sometimes we have to realize, hey, you have toxic traits too, but you need to get them together for yourself. What is a toxic person? This definition from Safari, because we need to know what toxic is, because it's normalized. The word is normalized. A toxic person is anyone behavior adds negativity and upsets your life. Many times people who are toxic are dealing with their own stresses and traumas. My point here is, do not get into a relationship if you have past traumas and you're still trying to move on from them. You're hurting somebody else by bringing your stresses and traumas onto somebody else that has no idea. They had no idea that something happened in your past. They act in ways they do not represent them in the best light, and usually upsets others along the way. A lot of the traumas and the stresses that we go through are unsaid, and especially I feel like guys do this a lot, is them boys is not gonna tell you what they going through. It's hard to get them to, like, you know, open up sometimes. So a lot of the traumas and the stresses, things that are worrying them, they do not want to talk about because they don't want to feel soft. You guys get into an argument and you do not know why they're mad. You don't. They're going off on you and you're just like, whoa, hold on, where did all of this come from? It's because they're going through stresses, traumas, past things that they do not want to talk about. That's something that they have to deal with on their own, and you cannot be there to comfort them if they're not going to even tell you. If a person is dealing with past traumas and stresses that are not said, they do not need to be in a relationship. If you are going through something, don't get in a relationship, please, because it's just adding another pile onto somebody. Please think about what y'all doing before y'all get into relationships, because some people like me love really hard and y'all just be breaking hearts, okay? That is it for today's video. It did get kind of sad in the end, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below to be a part of the VK gang, because if you're not the gang, you is lame, period. Follow my Instagram at Vibinwidkay so you guys can give me more topics. Maybe it can be about relationships, something you're dealing with. Maybe one of my deep conditioning chats, I can go through your deepest secrets, or just some advice you guys may need. Let me know. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, shawties.